Good day, viewers, and welcome to today's edition of the Sport Rep Show. My name is Limba Mupetami. Let's delve into today's hit list. Nakathila beat his Mexican rival Miguel Berchelt with a sixth-round knockout in their lightweight bout stages in Las Vegas Sunday morning. A sixth-round right hand sent Berchelt's mouthpiece flying across the ring and thus prompting the referee to stop the fight on the advice of the ringside doctor. We caught up with Nakathila and his promoter Nestor Tobias, and this is what they had to say from Las Vegas, that is.
Namibian nation, this is Jeremiah Nakathila. You know, we have been, we promised the nation a victory, and then that's what we did. You know, I already informed the people here in Las Vegas that Namibia, the month, how do you call it? March, it's a big month for Namibia, whereby we are celebrating our independence. So it's a victory month for Namibia. And then for sure, I'm going to give you a victory. I'm going to put Berchelt to sleep. And that's what I did. You know, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my team. You know, we've been working even after we ran to Las Vegas. We have been working hard toward this fight. And then we achieved, you know, a victory. You know, that's been a dream for the team. So, yeah, moving forward, you know, to bigger fights, you know, in the near future. And then make my country proud.
Just what a great win. What a great win. The greatest win ever when it comes to a Namibian boxer. Winning Las Vegas, USA. It's not easy. Main bout. Jeremiah Nakathila, he destroyed Miguel Berchelt in the 6th round. This proof that Namibia boxing is on a different level when you compare to other nations. Nakathila, low-key, he did it. He did it before, and he just repeated again. So, ladies and gentlemen, Namibians, all the fans, come and meet Jeremiah Nakathila at the airport on Tuesday, 6 o'clock a.m.
Former Namibian footballers Henrico Bottas and Dina Shidula attended a 4-day UEFA-sponsored career transition program in Johannesburg, South Africa from 7th to 10th March. The transition program is designed to take former or current professionals nearing retirement through different second career options within football. Bottas said that the program exposed them to different ways in which former footballers can prepare for retirement, not physically only, psychologically and emotionally, among other important aspects. Now, following the build-up to the much-anticipated inaugural PSG Ride and Riches MTB 3-day stage race, the organizers, riders and sponsors alike agreed that the event, which was hosted from 25th to 27th March at the Hair Lodge, exceeded all expectations. The event, co-sponsored by Capricorn Group, turned out to be an epic mountain bike adventure on the beautiful scenic ridges surrounding Windhoek, which was lush green after the blessing of rain. As you can just see some of the images of the winners over the weekend. Now, moving onwards, Namibia's under-20 team beat UNAM 31-26 in a friendly match at the UNAM Stadium in Windhoek on Saturday. This result greatly pleased Chrisanda Botha, the coach. The under-20s fine-tuning their preparations for next month's Baths Trophy, which will be held in Kenya. The under-20 coach, Chrisanda, had this to say about Saturday's result.
Okay, so with us, the coach of the under-20 team, Chrisanda Botha, just after finishing this match. So Chrisanda, how did you see the game develop today?
Obviously, we got off to a really great start, and we managed to put points and capitalize on opportunities. So it was a great start from the boys. At starting 15, really laid a good, solid foundation, and it allowed us to play and allowed us to basically get into the right areas of the field, and then at set piece, get good set piece ball, and yeah, we capitalized when we had the opportunity. So yeah, hats off to my boys today. I think they really did themselves proud. There's a lot of young guys, and a lot of the guys that came in this week, and still getting guys in next week as well. So it's a bit of a chop and changey preparation, but I think with what we have and what we've done thus far, we can be really proud.
Okay, so the time during the second half when you basically had your bench players on, you conceded a bit of the lead that you had. Was it a bit of a worry, or is it something you're going to work on?
Yeah, so we approach the game basically with a full bench, and it's just an opportunity to give everyone a run out again. That's part of the group that's been training, so I think it's fair to do that. And yeah, so basically I think the difference between the starting 15 and the guys that came on, it's just that feel for the game. They had to get used to, and the championship team that they are, you can never take your foot off the gas. And they just showed that once you have a team, you need to put that team away. And hats off to UNAM as well. We know that they play rugby for 80 minutes, and yet again they showed that it's going to be a tough year for the other league competitors, and because UNAM's always ready.
Okay, so what are your plans for the days that you still have left before you depart for Kenya?
Yeah, so about 10 days left before you leave, and I think it's just back to basics this week. So we've got medical screening and testing this week, just to see the baseline testing where our boys are at the moment, and the guys coming in as well. So yeah, a lot of competition for places in the team. So we basically announced the team, but obviously we are, as we go along, gonna get injuries and so forth. So we're planning another training session type of /match on next week Thursday. So basically controlled contact and so forth. So it's just an opportunity again to put some things into place and then test a couple of things as well. So regarding the prep that we've had and the prep we still have left for the last 10 days, I think we've got a clear plan, and the only thing we need to do now is execute.
Round 3 and 4 of the MTC Netball League produced exciting action over the weekend in Grootfontein. Let's have a look at the fixtures of some of the matches which took place over the weekend as well. Now, as you can see there, we had the African World Cup qualifiers with DRC, Congo rather, drawing with Morocco 1-1, that is, and then Algeria beating Cameroon 1-0, Mali being beaten by Tunisia 1-0, and then obviously looking at the MTC Premier League results, Mighty Gunners beating Tigers 48-39, Nampol beating Afrocat 49-48 with 1 point, that is. Youngsters beating Blue Waters 45-39. We also had the RICHELIEU Franchise T20 cricket this weekend as well, with Emirate Lions playing 45-15 with Opries, as well as the United Rugby Championships as well. So it was a very, very hectic weekend with a lot of sports taking place over the weekend, that is ranging from cricket and cricket as well as rugby and netball. Now moving onwards, we have the AMHBA Blasting, which won the Cricket RICHELIEU Franchise T20 competition yesterday. Blasting's player Ruben Trumpelman took the Best Player award and thus shared a few words after his team won the competition. We have a few words from him as well as Blasting's owner Alexander Volshank and Cricket Namibia CEO John Morrell. So have a listen to this.
Congratulations. Talent on the highest level possible in Namibia. So kudos to him, and hopefully we have a few more youngsters standing up next year and take it forward. And yeah, it's great to be involved with AMHBA and Blasting. They're truly a phenomenal team and a phenomenal support staff, and really, really appreciate them being around us.
Fortunate enough to have brilliant national players combined with club players and youth. Trumpelman being a batsman and a bowler did very well. Youngster Dylan Leicher did take the most wickets. So I think what we're doing right is we're getting the combination of players, young, old, experienced, together, and we are getting the best of them. We've struggled in a bit, I think, with the rain and all the other challenges. But at the end of the day, is how you finish, and how you perform on the day when it matters. Yesterday we started building on those momentum, and this morning and now the final. So we are grateful and humbled that we could put it through, and so hopefully we can build on this for next year and keep on winning. I know there was a lot of people that was really gunning for us. All the teams, they were well prepared. They took it seriously. In the draft, the players that they chose was well players, experienced players, and on the day that combinations didn't work for them accurately. So at the end we're very fortunate to have won.
Johan, what a successful RICHELIEU T20 tournament once again.
Yeah, Tilman, thank you. You're so right. We're grateful that we could play 8 of the 9 matches. We're also grateful for the wonderful rain we had in Windhoek. But it was a magnificent cricket tournament. If you look at the on-field quality of the cricket played by the players was magnificent. The field, I must compliment the United field for the work they've put in. It was a great event all around. It built up to a final day where the weather played along and some high-quality cricket we saw on the field.
Is there anything on the table for later this year or next year?
We're announcing that RICHELIEU is staying on board for this tournament also for next year, which is something that we're very grateful for. Without a sponsor like RICHELIEU, we just cannot do an event like this. And we're grateful that they partner in cricket. That is the partnership that they opted for, and we hope and we believe we give the value back that they give to us. What is also exciting this year is that we've got quite a number of international tournaments and events where we've got Uganda coming in directly after Ireland. Then we've got Uganda women and Zimbabwe women coming in for a tri-series against our women's team. We're also hosting Hong Kong, Jersey and USA still in the first half of this year.
Johan, thank you very much. Thank you Cricket Namibia for the fantastic cricket.
Thank you.
Namibian sprint sensations Christine Mboma and Beatrice Maselingi are in the United States of America to compete in preparation events as the athletics calendar intensifies. In an unofficial race over the weekend, Mboma powered to a personal best of 11.0 seconds in the 100 meters, breaking yet again the Namibian record. Maselingi, on the other hand, ran a seasonal best of 11.24 seconds. Great stuff coming through from those sensational sprinters of Namibia. Now, Chief Santos, coached by Mohamed Onseb, Namibia's finest defender, is well on its way to incorporate young players into their ranks. The club management is set to meet with parents of aspiring football stars next month as they introduce the newly established academy. Now with that, let's cross over to the weekend drop segment. Now, of course, 14 schools. Now, 14 schools participated in various sports codes in Wolfish Bay for 4 days last week. The festival provided an opportunity for players to compete and enjoy themselves while building friendships. Watch this highlight package from the weekend. Fantastic action coming through from the weekend. That, of course, is the Desert Festival. Now we move over to the Spotify segment of today with Brian Monango, so don't move an inch.
Go far with Paratus. Go further with Paratus Fiber. Paratus offering high-speed, reliable fiber connectivity, starting from only 599 Namibian dollars per month. Unlimit your lifestyle and visit na.paratus.africa for more information.
Always prepared. Paratus.
Thank you very much, Limba. Good day, viewers. My name is Brian Munango, and let's have a look at what the local youth were busy with in sports this weekend. On Friday, the Windhoek Gymnasium Private School first rugby team departed to Cape Town, where they will participate in the Paul Ross Rugby Festival and will play against teams of Bishops, Rodenbosch Boys High School, and Paul Ross. The Lions won their first game at the Paul Ross Rugby Festival 48-7 against the Bishop High under-19 C team. We look forward to Monday's game as they face Rodenbosch Boys High. The Namibian Motorsport Federation, in collaboration with Windhoek Motor Club, launched a training and development program for the youth over the weekend, which took place at the Tony racetrack outside of Windhoek. We caught up with the Namibian Motorsport Federation chairman, RICHELIEU Ferreira, of course, just to find out more about this event. Stay tuned for what he had to say.
So please introduce yourself for us.
Yeah, my name is RICHELIEU Ferreira. I'm the motor racing chairman of the Namibian Motorsport Federation.
And can you tell us more about today's event?
Today's event is a grassroots motorsport development program with karting. Karting is a grassroots sport. All your Formula 1 champions like Lewis Hamilton, those guys all started with karting and eventually they ended up where they are now. Now the Federation is embarking upon this development program to actually identify talent, because you need to start early in order to get there, and this is what we're doing with this program today.
So can you tell us more about who organized and who officiated the event?
Okay, the NMSF basically organized it. We are affiliated to the FIA, they are the world governing body of motorsport. We are also affiliated to the Namibian Sports Commission. All rules and regulations are in place. So we are the promoters and the organizers of the event. This facility we are on now belongs to the Windhoek Motor Club. They are one of our clubs that are affiliated to us again. So Windhoek Motor Club, with their chairman Richard Slamet and his son Richie Slamet, are officiating today with us. And here are a couple of marshals as well that belong to the marshal club.
So, being a part of the organizers, what inspired the start of this event?
Well, what inspired us is we need to develop talent. I mean, every sport, you just don't wake up and do sports, or you don't wake up and you become a hero or professional. And we need to start with grassroots programs. That's the only way we're going to get where we want to be. And we want to identify new talent in motorsport. We want to blend them, we want to teach them about health and fitness, about diet and exercise. and we want to give them the skills that they require. And if there's talent here out of this first group, we're definitely going to sit with their parents and we're going to try and get them to where they need to be.
So can you please run us through today's events? What can we expect? What is going to be happening?
Well, first of all, the outcome is perfect. We've got 15, 16 kids that rocked up here today. Ages between, I think 7 was the youngest, but she was a bit small for the cart. Between 10 and 17 years of age. It's a good group, and what makes it special is the fact that this is the first group for the program ever. In the 40 years of existence of the Federation, this is the first development group that we're starting with. And like you saw earlier, they did a quick lap just to see whether they can maneuver the carts. And we're actually giving them full scope around the go-karting track now, so that they can just get used to it more and more.
So what more can we expect from this motor club? What is the future look like?
Well, the motor club, seeing that they're partnering with us in this thing, but from the Federation side, we're going to launch many more grassroots programs. Besides karting, there's slalom circuit that we're going to do. We're going to get the youth involved because we want to develop youth in motorsport. We're also doing a Girls in Motorsport program this year that's going to start a bit later, where we want to get more females involved in motorsport, because motorsport is a male-dominated field all over the world. So together with the FIA, we're going to get a Girls on Track program, which is only focused on girls, young girls between the ages of 10 and 18 years. We're going to target all the schools and we're going to take it national at the end of the day.
So how's the run of this program going to look like? Is it going to be an annual thing, monthly?
Well, we're going to, starting off with the karting program, we're going to start with 4 sessions. We're going to do 1 a month starting, but for the other program starting off, it's going to be almost bi-weekly. The Girls on Track program that's going regional now, that's going to be a bi-weekly program. There's a lot of work involved, but we've got a few very nice partners on board, like Namibian Media Holdings. I want to thank them for this as well, to get the message out there. And like the FIA is our main sponsor, donor of this program.
Well, that's it. Thank you, Mr. Bradley. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
The senior zonal athletics took place this weekend in Swakopmund at the Venita Stadium, with more than 400 athletes participating in the zonal athletics, which is a good platform for athletes to showcase their skills and to try and qualify for the Senior Nation Championship that is set place to take place this weekend in Windhoek. We got a few words from Lucinda Rasant and Given Gossip, and this is what they had to say.
Lucinda Rasant of the Velvicia School Sports Zone at the Swakopmund Zonal Athletics taking place at the Venita Sports Stadium. Ms. Rasant, thank you for joining us. Please tell us what exactly is the zonal all about? How many schools are here and how many children are participating?
Thank you, Adam. Good morning, everyone. Today is our senior zonal athletics here at the Venita Stadium. As you can see, we've got about 35 schools taking part today in our athletics. And our zone consists of the schools in Swakopmund, Walfish Bay, Arandas, Henties Bay, and then also the school at Utusep outside of Walfish Bay. Okay. So our zone is the biggest zone of the 4 zones in Irongo. So our competition had to take place last weekend, so it was postponed to this weekend. We've got about 457 kids participating today, and we've got a lot of talent. So I can assure you that today will be a lot of competition. We've got the electronic timing that came through from Windhoek. I am the chairperson of this zone, and I've got a very good team. We call ourselves the A-team. It's a lot of work. We had the under 11s to 13s yesterday, so today is the under 15 to under 19s. So all of them are going through to the national. So it's very, very important that we have the electronic timing, to have the exact time and the exact place of the children, to have, to know that this is the time. And that is also how all the Christine Mbomas and Beatrice, all of them were recognized at this zonal competition. And that is how they went through to all the national competitions.
Given Govasep, who's the chairperson of the Irongo School Sports region, yeah. Mr. Govasep, thanks for having us. Tell us, why is this event, this specific event, so important to school athletics?
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you for the opportunity. This event is where, before the athlete comes to this event, they have an inter-house, which is really an inter-school event. Yes. So they are not exposed to the outside competition. Now, from the school, this is the first event that they are exposed to, first competition, real competition that they are exposed to. So this is where we identify talent. And also we use this opportunity to select the team that would be representing the Velvicia zone in the region.
Okay.
From the region, they will be selected to go for the nationals, which is going to be...
Is Irongo called the Velvicia zone?
No.
Okay.
The Velvicia zone comprises of the schools in Walvisbay and surrounding, and Swakop and surrounding.
Yes.
We have the Dongres, which is for the schools in Uis and Okombahe.
Yes.
And then we have the Omaruru schools, the surrounding there. And then we have the Karibep Yusako surrounding, which is the Karibep zone.
Okay.
So we have 4 zones in Erongo. So from those 4 zones, we had our zonal athletics for Karibep and Dongres, and already for Omaruru on the 12th of March, which was already successful. Around 120 learners were selected. Athletes were selected for the regionals already.
Okay.
So we are just waiting for this to add up to that number.
And then next week?
Next weekend will be the regional event where these athletes that qualified today will be selected.
Excellent.
Or will be partaking.
Yes, and that is it from us here at Spotify. We look forward to seeing you again on Thursday, same time, same place, as we bring you an update of what sports will be taking place over the weekend. And also, do remember to stay tuned to our social media pages at MyZone on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And that's all from Spotify. Back to you, Limba.
Go far with Paratus. Go further with Paratus Fiber. Paratus offering high-speed, reliable fiber connectivity, starting from only 599 Namibian dollars per month. Unlimit your lifestyle and visit na.paratus.africa for more information.
Always prepared. Paratus.
Thank you so much, Brian. Now, having covered a lot of local sports, we now jump into international sports, of course, with our segment called Globetrotter, brought to us by Ari Hougat. So stay tuned for this.
Good day everyone, time for international sport, and start off with tennis news today, and it is still the Miami Open that's taking place, that is in Florida in the USA, United States of America, and it's both the men and the women that play there. It is on the WTA and the ATP tours. It's a 1000s tournament, so it's all the best players in the world competing at the Miami Open. News from the men's section at the moment is that the second seed, that is Alexander Zverev, he is through. He is through to the next round, and he beat Mackenzie McDonald by 6-2 and 6-2. And also Daniel Medvedev, the number 1 seed, still also in the tournament. Good news for South Africa is that Lloyd Harris, a very talented South African from Cape Town, he's through to the next round as well. In the round of 68, he had a brilliant performance. He ousted the 12th seed, that is Denis Shapovalov of Canada. The 12th seed then out. Denis Shapovalov of Canada is out. Lloyd Harris of South Africa through to the next round. Into the women's section, and news from earlier is that Iga Swiatek of Poland, she's the new world number 1, but Coco Gauff, the news is that Coco Gauff, the 14th seed of America, she's also through at a tight game against Chai Shang from China, and the score there was 7-6, 7-5 in favor of Coco Gauff. Also still very young, 17 years old, very young still, a very big talent from the United States of America. Other result quickly is the 5th seed, that is Paula Bodosa. She's through to the next round. She had a win against Yulia Putintseva. And now on to some boxing news, and it's a boxing result that was quite exciting for Southern Africa and for Namibia. That was Jeremiah Nakathila that won a very big, high-profile lightweight boxing match in the United States, in Las Vegas, and he beat a very two-time world champion, that is Miguel Merchant from Mexico. He beat him with in the sixth round. It was a stoppage by the referee after the 6th round, and a brilliant performance by Nakathila. And now he's under the umbrella of Top Rank, and that is Bob Arum. Or if the fight was sanctioned by Bob Arum and Top Rank, they're one of the world's biggest boxing promoters, and so it will be interesting to see what the next fight will be for Nakathila. In the lightweight division, so he used to be a junior lightweight. Of course, he was the former WO Africa champ on the junior lightweight, so he's up a little bit in weight, but seems to find his feet very well there. After 23 fights now, he has 19 knockouts with 23 wins and 2 losses, or in 25 fights he's got 23 wins and 2 losses and 19 knockout victories. And now to continue, it is cricket news on international sport, and it is the IPL, the Indian Premier League, that started. It was game number 1 of 70 games that's going to be played in the IPL in India. Some of the results I can mention. The first game number 1, was the Delhi Capitals that played against the Mumbai Indians. It was Mumbai Indians that batted first, 177 for 5, and then the Delhi Capitals made the runs in the second last over, 179 for the loss of 6 wickets. So a good start for the Delhi Capitals. They won by 4 wickets. Another game that was played was the Punjab Kings that played against Royal Challengers Bangalore, and there's some Southern African interest in the Royal Challengers Bangalore. They batted first. It was Faf du Plessis. Brilliant knock of him. He made 88 runs from just 57 runs. That's for a score of 205 for 2. Very competitive score for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, but it was not enough. The Punjab Kings made the runs, 208 for the loss of 5 wickets with 6 balls left. And now to conclude, some golf news, and it is Scotty Scheffler of America. He's a new world number 1 in the men's section, the new rankings that came out, and that's because he won the WGC World Match Play title that was in Austin in Texas. He beat Kevin Kisner of the USA in the final, and that was 4-3 was the score in the final there. He also beat Dustin Johnson in the semi-final. So new world number 1, Scotty Scheffler of the USA. Next tournament in the USPGA will be the Texas Open that will be played this week. And then next week, the 7th of April, it is the big one, the Masters, that starts at Augusta. And to conclude, some more golfing news. It is on the Ladies PGA Tour. It was a JTBC Classic that was played in Carlsbad in California. The winner there is Ataya Titikul, and she is from Thailand. She won a playoff against Nana Madsen of Denmark. They both finished on 16 under par, but it was Titikul that won the playoff for her first title. A Southern African interest was Paula Rito that also played. She was tied 23rd in that tournament. So that's international sports for you for today. Hope you have a brilliant day. We talk again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Ari. Now, that is all from us today from here at the Sports Desk. Catch you again tomorrow, same time, same place for a brand new edition of the Sport Rep Show.